before that, I studied a lot of different martial arts. And I felt that studying the martial arts really gave me the focus that I needed to get through life. When I joined the military, it was actually pretty scary, like you're leaving home and you're leaving your family, you don't know anybody, and all of a sudden you get into basic training, you get all these people yelling at you and screaming at you, and I really believe that, the martial arts helped me get through that. I tend to keep all the Japanese culture, the Japanese names in the training. Sometimes when you go to different schools in America, for example, they may not have the traditions. They may not build a Japanese facility to train in. They may not use Japanese names. So I feel that if you take out the cultural aspects from the training, you're actually losing a lot of what's trying to be taught by Masaaki Hatsumi. And I think that many people tend to think more on the kicking and punching aspects and tend to leave the philosophical aspects or the cultural aspects out from it. So for instance, the use of weapons is very important to preserve culture, right? So every martial art has their own culture, and every martial art has different weapons that preserves that specific culture depending on where it is that the region or location that martial art developed. A lot of the martial arts today only deal with empty-handed techniques. I think there's a big limit there, especially because in the street, most people use weapons. Human beings, we use weapons. And if we're not using weapons, we're using tools. So that makes us different from animals in that way. We tend to use things in our hand. So there are a lot of self-improvement aspects to the martial arts, especially the martial art that I study. If you didn't feel confident in maybe the way that you walk, training, in the stances or the kamae, or learning how to focus and what you do will actually help you in your posture. So people will notice that, you're changing and something has changed about you on the outside world. In the martial arts, you learn how to better use your reflexes and how to be more aware of your environment. So what will happen is, you may trip or fall, but if you know how to roll properly, that will kick in and it can actually stop you or lessen the damage. There are people who never maybe was able to flip or something like that before, but they thought it was really cool. And it kind of happens that, in the training, what I do is as a teacher, I see the potential in people and I try to push them to their limits. The other thing too is in my system, the system that I study, you learn all aspects of training, all aspects of fighting. There isn't anything that we do not cover. So we're not like a single specific or that type closed circuit type training. We actually train on all types of different situations. So the idea of studying martial arts or learning self-defense is not only the physical application, but also how to read the environment, how to know not to go somewhere, or how to know where to go when it's necessary. I want people to understand that even though Japan may be far away, it's really not far away. You can go there, you can get there. But if you can't, don't worry, because people like myself, there's a lot of people like myself who study martial arts and they've invested the time, money, and energy so they could bring it to you.